We actually worked together. I'm the supervisor. She was my assistant.
She was ear hustling like she normally did on the job and heard me talking. From then on, sir, she made my life a living hell on this job.
We ended up in a real bad altercation. She pointed at me and said, "I'm gonna kill you." And that's why she no longer works with me, because she threatened me.
Plaintiff Beverly Brown claims her former coworker hit her car, then tried to hit her when she asked her to pay for it. She's suing for $3,800. Defendant Carol Howard claims the plaintiff is the one who caused the accident. She's countersuing for $5,000 for truck damage, slander, and emotional distress.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. The Honorable Judge Jerry Springer now presiding. Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Najee.
This is case number 100 on the docket, Brown versus Howard.
And thank you.
You're welcome, Judge.
We have the plaintiff, Beverly Brown, and you are suing your former coworker, Carole Howard. You're suing her for $3,800 for car damage. And Carole, you're countersuing for $5,000 for truck damage as well as slander and emotional distress.
We actually worked together. I'm the supervisor. She was my assistant. I was leaving the parking lot. There was two young ladies on the side of me that I heard them screaming and yelling, "Stop." By the time I looked over to see what they were screaming for, and by the time I turned my head back, she hit me on my right side.
Okay.
That's me.
There's the plaintiff. Okay. Turning right. Oh, I
Yes,
see.
sir. And if you can see, the arrows are pointing the opposite way.
She immediately jumps out her car and says, "Oh, you hit me, I'm in the right of way," because I was going straight. I said, "Lady, ain't no right of way, no parking lot."
The two young ladies that were screaming on the other side of me, they actually called the VA police. The police came. They asked both of us for a license and registration. I had mine ready. She didn't show her insurance. She said she left it in another car or something to that aspect. So later on, the police officer told her that she would need to bring it back the very next day. She never brought it back.
We were going to handle it ourselves, meaning to me as she going to fix her car and I'm going to fix mine.
That's
because
not true.
Because we both were we both hit each other. She's saying I'm coming out this way. She was coming out the wrong way also.
You're saying...
See right there, I was turning to go out. It's not that wide right there, Your Honor. When you turn to go out right here, she was coming just like this.
I don't see the arrows from the lane.
Right.
That aisle that you're coming down has an arrow going in the opposite direction. The plaintiff wouldn't necessarily think that a car is coming the wrong way.
I get a phone call from Gainesco Insurance, and they tell me, say, Miss Brown here had called them and told them reported an accident and that my insurance canceled on November the 30th, so you would have a 15-day grace period.
I went ahead and put my car, called my insurance company. They told me to take it to the shop. They told me that I was going to have a $500 deductible for my car to be fixed. We agreed that she was going to pay me $250 per pay period for the $500 for the deductible. I'd never received a dime. I had to go and file a complaint because I was actually tired of her coming to work every day, still driving that same car that didn't have any insurance on it. We ended up in a real bad altercation in the back. It was like getting really physical. We did resolve it, and I left. She came down the hallway. She stuck her head back out. She pointed at me and said, "Bitch, I'm gonna kill you." And that's why she no longer works with me. I bought my car back from them for $200.
You didn't have to,
Because
you chose to, right?
I chose to, yes, sir. I chose to buy it back.
So they paid you $1,860, which they said the car was totaled. But since you thought the car was drivable, you decided to give him $200 and you would get the car back. In other words, you were buying a used car.
I come into work, the owner of the company tells me, says she tells them, oh yeah, she had to, she trying to get her car back, and all of these lies and stories that she needs $500 from me to get her car. She was making like on the job that she never had the car back. The whole time she had the car, her man was out there driving the car. I said, well, Beverly, I got some paperwork in the, that they're bringing me. Oh, it ain't come from me. It's not from me. I don't know who it's from. If she's already gotten paid for her car, her insurance company, Exhibit B, has already sent me the information about the payment for her.
And what is the $3,142?
That's how much it was going to cost to get my car repaired.
The $1,850
Yes, sir.
was all they paid you, regardless of what the damage to the car was. You're buying a car,
Okay.
so I can't give you money from I can't make the defendant pay you money for a car that you, knowing what it was like, decided to buy for $200. Your countersuit is based on the fact that you believe that you were terminated because of what Beverly was saying about you at work.
We got into a big argument, Judge Jerry. Then she goes to tell the owner of the company, I could have went and got my job back. They asked me to come back so I could come back and explain my side of the story. But at that point, I chose not to.
If you're not pursuing getting your job back and you don't have evidence that you were let go because of the plaintiff, I can't rule in your favor on the countersuit. After going through all of this, you did get paid $1,800, and you have this new car for $200. I dismiss the suit and the countersuit.
Okay.
Thank
Nice
you.
meeting you, Judge Jerry.